Johnny Chapman. I was born about 240 years ago on September the 26th. Anybody's birthday? That's 4 days ago. It's my birthday. I was born in Massachusetts, but about 240 years ago, but no, I don't look that old, do I? Good. But it wasn't wrong with the country. And at about age 18, I decided to go west. I was born in Massachusetts. Now at that time, the country wasn't very developed. The west happened to be to Pennsylvania, where I learned how to work in an orchard, do a little farming, little jobs like that. I took my brother with me at that time. He was only 12 years old. In Pennsylvania, I learned how to plant apples. And I thought it'd be nice. All the settlers, they liked apples. And we started planting apples. I have some Appleseed. Developed this technique. He would grow apples. He thought he'd grow apples for the settlers that were moving west. So he set up orchards along the way. And what he did, he grew a hard apple, very hard apple. Back then, folks liked cider. They liked apple pies and stuff, but a very firm apple is what he developed. Johnny Appleseed started planting trees and stuff along the way. People like Johnny Appleseed. He was very kind. He didn't leave and hurt anybody. Johnny, as he moved west, he took very little with him. He carried a Bible. He was what he called himself a primitive Christian. A primitive Christian had no items, had nothing. He just went on. And when he left Pennsylvania to go into Ohio, he took a hat with him. Or was that a pot? I believe he took a pot with him. He took his pot with him, and he had a big old bag of apple seeds. He was going to plant along the way. He didn't have any room for much of anything, so he used his pot. Does anybody know what he used the pot for? What? Cooking. Yes, very good. Anybody else know what he used it for? Yeah.
A
Baking, yes. It kept the rain off his head, kept the sun off his head, and he could wear it on his head, not have to carry it in his hands. He had that big old bag, and he'd go from place to place planting apple trees. He thought he would, as the settlers moved on, he would sell them trees along the way. Well, they found out that they didn't have room. The ones that were moving didn't have room for seedlings or trees. So he started giving them seeds if they were going out west. And he was selling his trees for 6 cents a piece. And Johnny was an entrepreneur, even though he did not have much of anything. He laid out in the, didn't have a home or anything like that, but he acquired land over the period of time. And Johnny always went barefoot. You know, his feet were so tough. One time a rattlesnake beat him on the heel right, wouldn't even go in. His feet are so tough. And he slept out into the stars. He never got cold. One time it was snowing, he crawled into a log, and that log was a bear. Well, the bear didn't hurt Johnny because Johnny was a friend to everyone. He was kind, he didn't believe in killing anything, even insects. Johnny was very kind. And as Johnny moved on, the Native Americans lived there, the Indians, and he made friends with them. He could go anywhere he wanted to. And Johnny would travel, and he would stay with people. Families and stuff would let him into their house. It's disputed a couple places where his actual burial site is, but they have a monument down there. Became sick one day, and he was about 70 years of age at that time. And he'd never been sick in his life because he hadn't been exposed to any germs or little kids coughing in his face and stuff like that. So Johnny took pneumonia, and he died in a couple of days, and that's where he was buried in Fort Wayne.